Welcome back to Living Local. Founded back in 1994, the German American Heritage Center has worked to preserve the heritage of German-speaking ancestors for present and future generations and to enrich the knowledge of the German immigrant experience. Their center in Davenport is planning to open some new exhibits soon for people here in the Quad Cities, of course. Joining us in studio is Kelly Lau, Executive Director of the German American Heritage Center. Kelly, thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
Okay, so for those who maybe aren't familiar with the center, it's obviously been around for a while now. Why don't you tell us about it and why it's so important here locally, especially?
Sure. Well, a lot of people have probably seen the building.
Mm-hmm.
We're right at the foot of the Centennial Bridge in a historic 1870s building. Now, that building was originally a hotel for the many immigrants arriving here in Davenport. So we've restored that building to create the museum inside.
Okay, yeah, it's right there. You can't miss it if you're on the west side of downtown Davenport. Now, obviously, a lot of people have been there before, but you have new exhibits, as I understand here. Tell me about those.
Sure. We do have a brand new exhibit called Who, What, Where that explores German cultural and traditional dress. So many people kind of are familiar with the idea of the lederhosen and the dirndl. So
Sure.
you'll see some of those in there, as well as traditional wool cloaks, children's clothing, and other accessories.
Okay, in addition to all of the other exhibits that have been there, or are you replacing something, or what?
Sure. So our permanent exhibit, The German Immigrant Experience, explores what it was like for people to leave their homeland, journey in different manners to the United States, cross the country, and end up here in Davenport or Iowa, Quad Cities.
Right.
We have many stories, and we have added new elements to that. We are including a immigrant passport experience. We worked with Edwards Creative to develop a RFID code experience that lets you have a particular German immigrant that you follow from their homeland through their travels and arrival here and how they made their lives here in the Quad Cities.
Wow, yeah, much more personal experience then. So the new exhibits, when are those opening?
So our Who, What, Where exhibit is now open, so you can come enjoy that right away. Our additional enhancements of our permanent exhibit will be ready in about a month.
Okay, now you're incorporating local artists into these exhibits too. Is that what you're already mentioning, or more in addition?
So we will, this summer in July, we're opening a Art Nouveau exhibit on the German form of that art called Jugendstil.
Okay.
And
you pronounced it, not me.
Yes, I think I did okay. I'm not sure. So that is a really cool flowing art that integrated into advertising, graphic design, houseware, fashion, and all different elements. So we're working with local artist Steve Banks and to create our gallery space that really envelops you in the Art Nouveau world of the 1920s, kind of near the end of that Art Nouveau period.
Awesome. Okay. Now, Kelly, obviously, the pandemic's been happening for a while now. More and more people are vaccinated, etc. But what precautions should people be aware of at the center?
Sure. So during this time period, we're still asking people to mask. We do have some enhanced cleaning procedures at the center as well, but there's actually a study out of Germany that says going to museums is the safest indoor experience you can have.
Because you shouldn't touch anything, I'm assuming, and you're a little spread out,
yeah.
Things like that.
Yeah, we're not the Children's Museum yet. We do have some things that we try to, have interactive, but yeah, there's a little bit less to touch there.
Absolutely. Okay, so if folks want to plan a visit to the German American Heritage Center, how should they go about doing that?
Sure. They can visit our website at gahc.org. There we have our hours, how to find us, where our parking is, and what exhibits are on display, as well as different programs we have coming up throughout the summer here.
Excellent stuff. Kelly Lau, Executive Director of the German American Heritage Center. Thank you so much for joining us, Kelly, talking about the stuff always at this center and new things you've got coming up here, too.
Thank you.
All right, if you would like more information about the German American Heritage Center, like we just mentioned, check out the website there on your screen, gahc.org. We'll also have those details posted, too, on our website, ourquadcities.com.